Welcome. This is Front Up on GenoTV.com and Channel 99. I'm Dan Drake. Our guest today is Robin Rowland, who is Director of Nantucket Family Planning Services.
Correct.
And Robin, how long have you been in this role?
Oh, gosh. I have been the program director there for, I think, 6 or 7 years, but I've been working for family planning for more like 20. And I started out there working every other week, 5 hours at a time, just for clinics. And then we've expanded over the years, and my role has changed. And so now I'm the program director, and that is a part-time position. We don't have any full-time positions.
Are there other staff members, or are you the only?
I do. I have one other counselor. It's a 20-hour-a-week position that I'm actually trying to fill right now. And then I do have staff that comes from the Cape. So our nurse practitioner who does our clinics, and we have a clinic every week in the summer, every other week in the wintertime. She flies in from the Cape, and while I'm still looking for a counselor, I have a counselor that comes in from Hyannis as well once a week. Or once every other week. Where
is the Family Planning Services based? Where is the headquarters?
Where are we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't mean on the island.
On the island. Okay.
I don't mean on the island. I mean where it's a multi-branch organization.
Yes. So family planning is one of about 13 other family planning sites in southeastern Mass, and our mothership, so to speak, is Health Imperatives. Which is based in Brockton. And they also have, they run all the WIC programs, the Women, Infant, and Children programs in southeastern Mass, the Healthy Families programs, which are programs for new parents under the age of 21. They have, they run a shelter and crisis center and have health education programs as well. So it's a pretty big agency.
How long has it been on Nantucket?
Well, it has been on Nantucket at least probably about 35 years. I would imagine.
So well established is probably a fair characterization.
Yes, yes, and it used to be called Healthcare of Southeastern Mass, and they changed the name to Health Imperatives 2 or 3 years ago. So some people may not recognize that as its moniker quite yet.
We don't have to go into the detail unless you want to, but in terms of the general types of services that you provide.
Yeah, oh, I'd love to. So we provide reproductive health services, which is gynecological visits for women, including pap smears. We do sexually transmitted infection testing, diagnosis, and treatment for both men and women. We do HIV and hepatitis C testing. We do pregnancy testing and pregnancy counseling options. And we also provide birth control methods. So we dispense birth control pills, patches, rings. We are also, now the big push statewide and federally is they want people looking strongly at what they call LARCs, long-acting reversible contraceptives. So that would be intrauterine devices and Nexplanons, which is the next generation of Implanons. It's the little implant into a woman's arm that's good for 3 years. So those are all things that we can provide at family planning, and we do it all on we do accept insurances, and we are state and federally funded, and also we work on a sliding fee scale for those that don't have insurance. So it's based on your income. So you pay according to your income, and everything is greatly reduced.
How would you characterize the demographic of the population that you serve?
We serve probably the bulk of in terms of age group, the biggest demographic would be probably, well, it's actually quite wide. It's quite wide, but maybe late 20s would be the biggest bubble there. Right now, our demographic has changed quite a bit as our community has changed, as you know. So we have 27% of our clients are Hispanic. 25% are Jamaican, about 5% are Portuguese speaking, mostly from Brazil. And now we're getting a larger population of Eastern Europeans, and the same for everywhere. We've got some Nepalese. It's all over the board. So it's been quite a challenge trying to keep up with being able to provide services in a language that people understand. So
I know the Safe Place has run into the same issue.
Right. So the counselor that I am looking for has to be at least bilingual. So I'm hoping to get somebody that speaks Spanish.
Do you think you'll be able to find somebody on the island who will be able to do this?
It has been a challenge, but I'm talking to somebody now. So that would be really great. And it's really ideal if they can speak both Portuguese and Spanish. And so a lot of Brazilians do speak Portuguese. Well, they obviously speak Portuguese, but they speak Spanish very well as well. So that can be a benefit too. So looking at that as well as a possibility to find help.
Obviously, this is a controversial subject in some areas. The birth control piece in some circles. Do you get much pushback on Nantucket on that?
No, really. I have to say none. But most, I think, of the problem that most people have with family planning is they confuse family planning with abortion providers. And none of the family planning clinics in southeastern Mass that Health Imperatives is under the auspices of Health Imperatives provide abortions. Planned Parenthood, I think, is the main one that is an abortion provider. So people tend to clump because Planned Parenthood gets Title X funds from the federal government, which is what we also get. They get the bulk of it. So people just assume that all that Title X money that's going into these small clinics such as ours and is providing such an incredible service, they just want to pull all that money because of the abortions that Planned Parenthood provides. It's the Title X funds it's been shown time and time again that for every dollar spent on family planning services, it saves $4 to $6 in terms of monies that would be spent on unintended pregnancies or full pregnancies and births, not to mention the costs of children.
You do provide pregnancy counseling?
Yes, we do.
Does that include abortion as an alternative?
Yes, it includes all three options. Having the baby, parenting the baby, having the child, and offering it for adoption and abortion counseling. Yeah.
Does anybody on Nantucket do abortions?
Yes. Yep. Some of the family practitioners do provide abortions if they feel it's necessary and appropriate.
What about adoption? Are there specific agencies you work with or refer people to if they want to go that route?
The Catholic Charities actually is they are the intermediaries of adoption. And so I've actually never been in a situation where someone wanted to go that route, but we have all the resources and we have trainings, usually once every 2 years, so that we know where to put our hands on those referrals and services. Yeah. It's
interesting because a member of my family has adopted 2 children in Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts?
In Massachusetts.
Right.
And the first instance was somewhat unusual, I guess, in that the mother of the child appeared at the hospital up in Norwood or somewhere and had never had any prenatal care.
Wow.
She came in with the father, and they just said they wanted to put this baby up for adoption.
Wow. It's a courageous act.
And the process was such that the hospital had to give them a choice of agencies. And then once they selected the agency, then the process now is to give a choice of the adopted parents as well.
Right. Yeah.
Excuse me. The tables have very much turned in that respect, where in the old days, the adopted parents drove the process, and now the mother drives the process. But it was interesting because there is an agency I know that is very active in this kind of thing. I was just curious as to how you connected people there, but you say you really haven't had anybody choose that option.
No. And it would be so wonderful if they did. Right before I started working there, I know there was a young woman on the island that did it. And she was very vocal about it and was wonderful and spoke to people and went to classes at school, and she just really knew that that was the best thing for her child, and had an open adoption, and it worked out beautifully.
Do you work with the schools at all?
Yep. I was just in there last week. So I go into health classes when I'm invited and provide information on, mostly they usually want me to talk about birth control methods. Right now I'm also working with Nantucket AIDS Network and a Safe Place with peers providing action and awareness club. So it's a youth group. It's not school related, so it's separate. And we meet twice a month. They're doing a big dance coming up.
How many people are in it?
About
roughly?
25. So and each time
male
we
and
meet,
female, or most
male and female. I will say the vast majority is female. But with that class, one of the things we're trying to do is to get them. We're mentoring them so that they can know as much as they can about family planning, about a Safe Place and Nantucket AIDS Network, and then they go in to the middle school and go into the health classes in the middle school with one of us and provide information to middle schoolers as peer mentors. One thing that reminds me of is when I said the kids are having a dance coming up, Family Planning is also having its annual fundraiser. It's at the Rose and Crown on February 15th, and it's a trivia night kind of event that they put on, and then we sort of piggyback onto that. So it'll be a fun event. Where
is more information available?
Well, you could go to Family Planning in Southeastern Mass, and that's our Facebook page. And I think the information will be there shortly if it's not there now. So yeah, and there lots and lots of, we're trying to do prizes of mostly dinners for two, that kind of theme, because it's near Valentine's Day. So I've got dinners from Queequeg's and Dune and Sea Grill and Fusaro's and Center Street Bistro, and it's Lola's. I've got them all.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good because they put up with a lot of people coming in and asking them for dinners.
Yeah, I know. They are incredibly generous, and we're just really pleased that they've chosen to support us.
Good. And do you work with a Safe Place in any other way?
We refer people to a Safe Place. Yep. And they refer people back to us as well. So yes, most definitely. Mary Machete, who works at a Safe Place, worked for Family Planning for 2 years. So we're really well connected.
So when you're not doing this, what do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? Oh, I should have worn one of my my furry stroller sort of ear warmers that my sister and I make and sell at the Christmas stroll. Sometimes make jewelry, and yeah, just take walks and
whatever.
Love life on Nantucket.
That's right.
Yeah.
This cold weather makes it a little difficult.
It's true, but you know, when the sun is shining, I'm happy. And usually when there's snow, that means the sun is shining, so I'm happy.
Good. Well, thanks very much for coming with us today and sharing the story of Nantucket Family Planning.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it.